Alberta, and hoping to get back in the draw for the mobile is number 5, She's a Sailor. As mobile's setting themselves on their journey now for the 6 horse field, heading into the back straight for these young trotters. Gone off stride there was number 1, Jesse's Son. Is checked, I think, She's Majestic a little bit, and I think Jesse's Son is going to miss the start a fair bit by 15 metres, more than that. But going up now is She's Majestic, so they're about to be let go. Green light, and they're off and trotting, coming up pretty well on the outside with She's a Sailor. Also with Irene Rose and Casa Alberta. Casa Alberta's gone off stride there on the outside. Has gone off stride. It's gone it's gone to a gallop, but has made its way back down to a trot. And it has now, but going to the lead now was Irene Rose for Matthew Gath. Going into second position was She's a Sailor. Into third now on the outside, pulling out was She's a Majestic for Dennis Patton. Behind, 2 back to pegs was I'm a Bogan Boy for Rodney Lakey. Back down to a trot now was Casa Alberta. And back last of all was Jesse's Son after missing his start about 50 metres. It's about 20 metres off it. As they're making their way into the front straight, they're going to get that bell for the 1650 now. We're here for trial number 2 for this 2 and 3-year-old trotters, and it's Irene Rose in front. Home trying to lead all the way for Matthew Gath on the outside, applying that pressure to the leader now was She's a Majestic. In behind the leader is She's a Sailor. 2 back to pegs was I'm a Bogan Boy. Also with Casa Alberta for Hayden Gray. After going off stride, is caught up a bit now, and back last of all, about 20 metres off it is Jesse's Son. As they pass 800 metres, heading to the back straight for the final time. They're up in the tempo a little bit quicker now, approaching the 600 metres, and it's Irene Rose in front. On the outside is She's a Majestic for Dennis Patton, about 15 metres in front of the rest of the field. She's a Sailor under a bit of pressure now into third. Also coming out, pulling out wide was a Bogan Boy. Hoping to follow up in the 1-1 was Casa Alberta, and back last of all was Jesse's Son. As it passes 600 metres, approaching the 400 metres, now heading out the back straight. Now up in the tempo a little bit quicker now, and it's still Irene Rose. On the outside, She's a Majestic, still sticking on the outside as they ran in the Gratitude Row real estate home turn. Irene Rose, She's a Majestic on the outside. Making its way into third position was I'm a Bogan Boy. Also with Casa Alberta under a bit of pressure was She's a Sailor, and back last of all is Jesse's Son. As they're heading to the front straight for the final time, it's still Irene Rose. She's a Majestic under a bit of pressure now. Going up in the sprint lane was Casa Alberta. Casa Alberta on the inside, putting his nose up front. Also on the outside was I'm a Bogan Boy. I'm a Bogan Boy. Oh, it's very tight, but I think I'm a Bogan Boy just by a nose on the outside. In the second position was Casa Alberta, also with Irene Rose. She's a Majestic. Also with She's a Sailor and Jesse's Son, and She's a Sailor.